Well, Russ, last time we did one of these, you were wearing a snood and a hat. It's been a long wait, hasn't it, and a strange few months.
Wow, is that how long it was? I know
Yeah.
we played on the 9th of January. A couple of weeks of training after that, but yeah, it's been a long time, hasn't it? Just delighted to be back, to be honest. Sun's out, players back. So yeah, loads of smiley faces.
You can't really understate how important that is for everyone, really, in the sense that it's been so long, but kind of, yes, for the physical side to get back training, but mentally, I guess, for everyone involved with the club to know that we're back underway now.
100%. You know, it's been a summer like no before. It's been too long, no holidays. So you kind of been doing the same thing every day and trying to get a bit of normality, listening to the news and listening to the crisis, and just hoping that light's at the end of the tunnel, which hopefully it is now.
We did say this a few times back in the winter, but we are hoping now. It seems to be the word that there's nothing that's going to prevent the easing of those last restrictions. So first couple of games of the season at a nice busy Aggborough with plenty of support.
Yeah, well, it looks positive, doesn't it? It looks more like things have got to start moving on. So from mine and the staff's point of view, we can just concentrate on the next game and concentrate on a good 6 weeks of pre-season, getting the lads as fit as we can, enjoying some home games with crowds, which has got to be great, and just seeing people's faces again. I've got a lot of friends in the stands and haven't seen them for a long time.
Now, kind of last season, as short as it was, will almost get forgotten about, really, because it was such a strange time playing in empty stadiums, and yet the team, as it was, put in a great mini-season, so to speak. It was just so weird, wasn't it, without people to come and watch it?
Yeah, it was. I think it helped when you were watching on the TV and it was happening all over the country, but it was a different mindset that we had to have. Definitely mental fitness kicked in, and I ended up becoming a welfare manager as opposed to a football manager. But that's what we paid for. We paid to look after the lads and get the results. And during them 15 games, it was more positive than not.
And to that point, what for you has changed? I guess since while fans have been away, you put together a group and started last season with the intention of finishing it, of course. But there was a good, solid mentality, and you're picking up results on a consistent basis. That's what you want to carry on, I guess.
Ideally, we've got 16 signed going into the first week of pre-season, which is great for our club. I think it just shows a bit of stability and structure within the camp and the club. The owners and the board have been great to me and have backed me in what I want to bring in. Realistically, we've got to now build that squad, probably add one or two more to make us a threat going forward. But that's all it is. We're realistic, but we take each game as it comes.
You welcome them back today, of course, and as excited as everyone is, I guess it's important also just to get a small amount of work into them today, some intense work, but small amount.
Yeah, well, the lads have had a long overdue off-season, so obviously they've been given game programmes and training programmes, but you can never beat that first day being around the lads and hearing the beeps on the speaker. So yeah, it's about breaking down walls and barriers and but doing it in a controlled manner, professionally. It's 6 weeks of building the fitness now, mentally and physically, because some of these haven't played a game in front of fans in nearly 18 months now. So it's got to be a bit of a culture shock going in 10 days' time of our first friendly. Yeah.
Now, not to say that obviously you and those around you weren't hugely professional at the time, but in this day and age, the lads must come back so fit compared to maybe, 10, 15 years ago.
Yeah, I think so. The game has become so much more sports science now. We've got our own sports science and strength and conditioning coach. The lads come back really fit on first day. Never mind, you'll be fit in 6 weeks' time. They're already fit, so we've just got to manage that through 6 weeks. We don't want them to blow up come the end of August, September. We want them to be peaking on the 14th of August, and that's what pre-season's for. And
as a plus point to those kind of listening to us now, the spirit was clear within the group this morning, just seeing them around one another. That there was no awkward silence this morning when they were all together. They're quite the opposite, I suppose, and that must be pleasing.
Very pleasing. We don't just sign good players, we sign good people. We meet them up a couple of times before they come down, and they have to be the right mould for this football club and to mirror me and Jimmy. Otherwise it's a no-go from the start. You need to fill the club, and you need to want it as much as we do, for them to even be considered to sign. So I think we've got that in a good strong 16.
And the pleasing thing is, over the next week, maybe two, there are more bits of good news to come out, aren't there, in terms of things like pre-season and new arrivals, all that sort of stuff. There's more excitement building, which is nice.
There is. I think everyone's buzzing for that first game with fans, home and away. We've got some really good fixtures at home, which we're looking forward to on this lovely surface as well. The sun will hopefully pop out one day, but now I think everyone, just the country and the world, is just looking forward to getting back to normality. It's definitely made you appreciate, the good things in life.
And I shouldn't really have kept this till last, but is it coming home, or are you not prepared to?
It's always coming home, but I've said that every 2 years, mate. So listen, the club and the country have got a little buzz at the moment, and we've got to continue that.